you get to see that adaptation in the middle of the day on a set that was played earlier. Or it was actually yesterday in pool.
Right,
so.
right.
And this could go either way. Game 5 was very close.
Yeah, I didn't get to really watch that set, but I'm curious, like, for those who did, if there are things that, like, you notice they're doing completely differently and, like, bringing new things to the matchup since they already have played each other.
I always think it's interesting which players decide to start PS2 and which ones are small battlefielders, you know? Like
Small battle for life.
So I'm not going to PS2 against Link.
They're wildly different stages. Like, PS2 is just significantly larger than any other legal stage.
Yeah.
Well, if IceKnight has his choice, he's going to PS2 every time.
Yeah, for sure.
We know this.
This is known. One of the true facts of being in Chicago.
Greninja's just so fast in this matchup, too. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, Link just basically has to nair and pray and, like, throw projectiles when you're far away, and then that's basically it, right? Like, what is he supposed to do to actually get a hit in here?
And you also have those 2 platforms that Link can play around with too, mixing up like landing on top of you with those nairs mid-stage. So this is what both players are going to want, especially for their characters. So it makes sense when we start here game 1. And right now, IceKnight, small lead, but going for the counter off the top. Just barely going to whip that.
That's crazy. I think it's strong.
You always got to be wary when he goes for counter as well, because like he'll do it on projectiles and it'll still hit you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and
you
he
definitely
can pick
got to pay
the direction
attention.
that he goes.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
such a good option. Wow, double F tilt.
Something I want to keep an eye on too in this set is how Isohel uses Bond to recover, because you'll see a lot of Links use it only when it's a last-ditch effort, but Isohel will use it like just a little bit past the stage just to get out of bad spots in recovery and get out of the corner and skip that scenario entirely. So at these higher percents, that's what's keeping him alive this late in the stock.
Yeah, the thing is, if you're nice with the bomb recovery, you can literally recover from the bubble anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, and especially against like Greninja and IceKnight's Greninja, like his edge guarding is unmatched. He's so good at just taking away stocks with that back air that Isohel's just trying to minimize how many times he's in that situation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also even just the threat of Hydro Pump messing with your recovery as well, forcing you to a high recovery, and then you can get a guaranteed smash attack. Just avoiding that with the bomb recovery is so smart.
Yeah.
IceKnight so adept at playing just honestly like sickeningly slowly, especially with a lead.
The thing about a really quick character play, wow, nice up B right there. Oh, good back air, nice back air.
Good back air, yeah.
That's the second nice back air of this block.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
It wasn't even a back air. It was an up B. I was making a joke.
it's the same.
Sure you were.
Exactly.
Sure you were.
Did you say it though?
I mean, no. Simon said it. It was you.
Hey.
Every time a nice back air said, I'm going to do the, say that again.
Hit me with that again. Nice back air.
Yep.
Say that again.
Nice hydro pump.
What, I just thought it was a fantastic back air.
Nice punish on that. A nice forward air, actually.
Yeah.
Such good commentary.
It's really rough sometimes getting hit by those traps where you realize you DI'd in on something you're supposed to DI out on.
Right.
Then you correct yourself and then you DI out for the move you're supposed to DI in on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's like definitely tough traps right there.
There's one thing that I learned from my coach was that you have to accept the decision you made. You can't do like a panic spot dodge. You can't just hold shield and be grabbed. Like whatever position you put yourself in, you have to accept what you did and accept the consequences of whatever happens and put yourself in a position to minimize the damage from there.
So then by that logic, when is the time to spot dodge?
All the time. Lock it
Okay,
in.
fair enough.
If you hit their shield in a certain way, that was actually what
was
the
a nice
kids
back
say
air.
is a nice back
That was a nice back air.
regardless.
And what you could see is that like IceKnight really wanted it. Like he really wanted to win, I think.
It really feels like you won.
Yeah, I think he won. And it really just comes down to who wants it more, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
We're going live and learn, baby.
You know, and all of these players deserve to be here.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
There's so much Smash left to be played.
We got a game 2 situation.
Zylas applauding us on the mic. He loves it. He
I already
loves
got
hearing
paid.
it.
It doesn't matter anymore.
That's what I'm saying. True. But now it's time to live and
This
learn.
is the part where it's really starting to matter, guys. Come on.
All right, Isohel, of course, intelligently switching off of PS2. There's no reason for you to go back to that stage. Everybody talks about PS2 is the most neutral stage, and I bring this up every time. I do think it's the most neutral stage in that it provides the most opportunities for neutral interactions, but that doesn't benefit everybody. Like, that specifically benefits characters with great ground speed and approach options like Greninja. So you want, especially if you're playing on a character that's a little bit more zone heavy, that has projectiles like the bomb that cover such a big chunk of the stage, for the chunk of the stage for it to cover to be such a
that's going to kill
wow.
the bow and arrow game right now.
Such
It's game time.
coverage. That was so good.
We are not keeping game time going. I can't.
Sorry, that's a one set.
Gotta get a tally.
It's still
And needs to get
anybody's
back on
game.
stream for it to be game time.
No jump. Oh, the early recovery. I love that. Knew that counter was a possibility there. Right into his loving arm.
And now that we get to see some of the strength of Link, right, with that really higher weight, he can play this defensive game, just keep IceKnight away, and just tic-tac damage on, just to try to build us a lead. And now you can start nairing, too, on those landings. That's where you can see those spot dodges come in, too. You get the safe nair on landing, spot dodge, and they try to grab you.
Yep.
We're always going high with bomb recovery. He's doing it again, guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right. Nice snipe with the up air. Really good.
Didn't catch it the first time, but got it that time.
Man, Isohel is a jabber. He loves
that jab. Good. That jab's been good
jab.
since Smash 4. That's been like
that jab good.
That jab.
It's
good.
a really integral part to Link's kit just in general, but I feel like I've never seen another Link use jab that well, and also reverse up tilt. His like pivot up tilt usage really crispy.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, it's a byproduct of Link. Like, one of his weaknesses being that slower frame data, but getting that nair into the up B confirm.
Man, if he got like,
attack.
I think if he did one jab lock, that would have killed.
Possibly,
you can't really get into that situation though, where Link's gonna be able to jab lock if they're in that spot. But
maybe lock with boomerang. I don't know.
Maybe. Can you?
With like the long range,
Wow.
or arrow.
You could arrow.
Now we're getting fancy.
That'd be crazy.
That would be pretty hot, dude.
Why are we not labbing this mid-set?
Why are we not labbing this
Can we do this right now? Can both players stop real quick so we can do this?
If he wins, we'll tell him. Remember that one interaction, that one spot in game 2?
Yeah, why didn't you do this?
Yeah. That's good commentary, is when you tell him that actually personally I would have done this.
Yeah. My favorite interview commentary is whenever you ask you ask the person that just won the set something to only confirm what you already were talking about in the set.
And why didn't you do this?
So did you do this because of this? And they just say yes, and then you're like feeling good about yourself?
Oh, the dopamine just hits.
we're putting on a clinic of what not to do at commentary.
Exactly.
This is awesome, guys.
So good.
Might be my fault.
As well, trying to avoid the alley-oop here once again, but that air dodge, he's still surviving. The back air coming through
Commentary
again.
curse.
Yeah, he was so high up that he couldn't go for the bomb recovery without killing himself with it. So he had to wait until he was farther down, and I think IceKnight recognized that. Now,
Right. But IceKnight right now on the hunt, going for these dash attacks. Unreacted. Ooh.
I like it.
I love going down there, too.
You can do
That's really
that?
smart.
Sean's been like utilizing substitutes substitute down.
because like how come that time he went on the projectile and not on Link?
Because he angled it down.
Yeah, you can angle it. You can
pick the direction.
But why didn't it spawn it on Link? It would spawn it on the projectile.
It spawns it wherever the counter occurs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. But he's been using substitutes so much more lately in a lot of these projectile-based matches. We saw a lot against Rob at Midwest Battleground. So much use of the substitute, like against projectiles. And I don't know if this is something he's been recently labbing or if this is something he's always had in the pocket, but it's catching people off guard more often than not.
Yeah.
Something too, like just the way he uses back air so efficiently off stage, I thought it was very much just a Kazuya specific matchup thing. But that dash attack killed!
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That move is
That move
crazy.
strong. That move bad also.
It is bad.
That
It is
move
bad.
It's bad.
But move strong.
But when you're not getting punished, because Greninja's air speed is so bad, right? So drifting back to stage, you're not going to get punished for it. You're either going to beat out the only option that Greninja can throw out that will hit you, which is his own fair, or he's going to ledge and you're going to catch him anyway. So the only options there is if he has air dodge to neutral air dodge and then up beat the stage, or just get hit because who is throwing out dash attack on Link?
Yeah, and that's what makes it even stronger. Like I mean, that's the first time we've seen it like the
He just
entire
got
set.
strong moves.
And it's like
all
you
of
have
his
to-
moves are just like dummy strong.
And I also think you can't overstate. There are certain situations where a home run option isn't even a risk because IceKnight was already off stage.
That's exactly
where
what I was
like
getting at, yeah.
if he jumps here, I win. If he doesn't, who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
So he would have
At
just gone
you're
to
going to
ledge.
get a get-up attack, maybe.
But like he would have had to grab ledge first. Yeah, worst
Exactly.
case it's a dash attack.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like understanding that risk reward is really important when you get to this level of play too, where it's like it's not a risk. There's only a reward.
Right.
So that's how he evened it up into this this game 3. Running it back to small battlefield. Off a
got a bomb
really
recover
bad
here.
spot, but getting that bomb off.
That angle's
Yeah.
gross.
So we're talking about that. The substitutes can be really annoying.
Yeah, but all the while, you're still in a disadvantaged state versus Greninja, and those little hits add up. Like, Link is super duper strong, as we see right there. That forward air
You were
kills
wrong.
so early, man. Especially in the
DI
corner.
straight down.
Against a midway character, that move will just kill, like, eviscerate your stock at 80.
It is so strong. And I don't think IceKnight was ready to DI it at all. Just blew him up.
And that was the issue again, where he tried to skip the ledge, and then he died for it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what's tilting this set in Isohel's favor, is the way he's finding those early stocks just due to IceKnight's impatience right now.
Just to remind everybody, Isohel was a vote-in,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't believe it with the way that he's playing today.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bad time to point that out. He just died, but even up the stocks.
Actually, now that you mention
It's
it.
dead even.
You know what?
By the way, I said it was a vote-in.
The worst time.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. I can tell.
Combo. By the way, did you guys know he's a vote-in?
Yeah, he looks like one.
He's sure playing like it right now. The way
Ooh,
the
soul
air
lead.
dodge in, the American air dodge,
Oh
that's
my
a voted move
In fact,
right there.
right when you said it is when it started. He's just been getting hit the entire
That-
time.
Yeah, he got
That was
covered too.
probably-
It's like direct,
Did
man.
you see what IceKnight tried to do right there? Which was, I think he tried to mess up Icehel's bomb recovery with the Hydro Pump.
Ah.
That would have been crazy.
We saw him do that. I know I'm going to bring this up again, but Midwest Battleground against Rob. That's
Ooh.
what he did with grenade
Oh.
recoveries, too.
That would have been crazy.
So creative, this player.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and
smart.
all the setups he has, like even there, he tried to do the Trump down air.
Both these
possibly have
characters
something with the
super
bomb.
tricky. Both these players super tricky, and masters, of course, of their characters.
Oh! Only a grab punish after that F smash. It still puts him on ledge. It's gonna
Going
be
for,
a huge
going
spot.
for the boomerang
Wait for
setup. He
this.
loves to go for on that
Why is there
spike.
no
but
lag on
IceKnight
that?
getting the counter off. Off stage once again, though.
No, the substitute.
Icehel loves those double forward throws.
Wow!
Up smash
Okay.
to cover the spot dodge.
Very nice. Because IceKnight's been using that spot dodge, abusing it, really, in these tight situations.
What?
The forward
Forward
tilt.
tilt.
Yeah, that's a kill move that IceKnight loves at those higher percentages.
Goofy ass move.
Does not look like it should be a kill move.
That move
but-
is so.
Kind of like flicks his whole foot out.
Yeah, it's just like all of his other moves have so much like impact and grace to them, and he's just like, He just
I
kicks
also-
you.
Is
That's true.
Isohel SCI in these back airs? But there's been so many times
Probably.
where he's popped out what should have been like a sure follow-up.
No shot, right? He's just a fat, like, kind of fastballer.
Not sure. Like, it's happened so many times that I'm almost...
I know, it feels like we'll keep an eye on it next time it
Yeah.
comes out.
Sometimes it just depends on if you do the back air too early as Greninja, and like the hitbox is just not there.
Right. Sometimes Greninja just doesn't work.
That Link up tilt is so strong, too. Just like the fact that any of those moves, like, oh, wow. And that just eviscerates your
Holy.
stock, man.
And again,
Any of those moves like Fox up tilt, Link up tilt that like start from the back, so good. Anytime you get a cross up roll or something like that, so strong.
and this is what's so terrifying about Link at kill percent is you go high, you're for sure eating a forward air on your way in because you can just auto cancel on the way down and reset. You go low, you have to deal with the ledge traps and the setups with the boomerangs, the bombs.
There's always a bomb coming back that could confirm into a forward air, back air one, up B,
I
up
think you just have
smash.
to deal with it too,
Yeah.
because that was another time where he tried to go high, he ate a forward air, he lost the stock, he lost the game. So
It's like a puzzle that you kind of have to solve as the opponent, and Greninja is absolutely a character that it is well equipped to deal with that puzzle. Just being low profiling, you know, and having that extreme jump height as well. You can definitely bob and weave throughout these projectiles. IceKnight just has to find his opportunity.
And IceKnight going to a bigger stage here, trying to create more space just to move. Greninja having that better ground speed. You can Shuriken too, just with those safe pokes. But you are going to die extremely early off the side from those fairs.
It's true. It's true. But ideally, like, you're also getting some edge guards with back air that are killing a little bit earlier than usual as well. Like, it is going to be, no pun intended, a double-edged sword. However, it's really more about how much of the surface area of the stage is covered by bomb. And it's
I get
so
it,
much less.
because it's like Pokemon double edge. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes, like
yeah,
double-edged
yeah,
lance.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Link's from Fire Emblem.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
My favorite tower defense move.
Right.
Anybody know what we're talking about?
Did you know that water is weak to grass, and the Link's like kind of like a grass type if you kind of think about it?
Basically is. Yeah, where's green
What?
by default?
Yeah. He's green, he's a grass type.
That's true.
Yeah, so his game's called Breath of the Wild. Like, come on,
yeah,
man.
That's true. That's true.
As we're talking about that, though, down tilt up smash, of course, going to be a kill confirm. and
We were in the commentary Discord for this event, and one of the joke advice things that was given was talking about which Pokemon are weak to each other in the game. So I'm glad we checked that one off the list. list.
Yeah,
Wait, really?
Continue to check.
Damn, we're
these
getting all the checkboxes
all
today.
the
Holy
what
shit.
not to do on commentary.
It's good.
It's impressive.
Oh,
So
oh,
good, guys.
ledge trumping. The Z drop ledge trump is actually really cute.
Yeah, and technical, man.
You have to be with this character.
Sometimes that forward air
But
is
yeah,
so strong,
you
man.
don't have to be technical with that forward air.
Sometimes
he's
you
getting
can
so
catch
much money.
you could catch a normal get up off of the ledge with Link back air 1 and just take their stock at 30. Like, get those confirms in a down air and stuff. We haven't seen them yet, but Isohel for sure knows to go for those when the time is right.
Yeah, Isohel has those like really niche setups on lock when
he
they
be
do have the
jabbing.
opportunity to arise. But in the meantime, he's just kind of chipped his way back into this game 4. Getting good damage here. And now, but yeah, IceKnight in a great spot here, trying to force the bomb recovery. Doesn't react to where he goes though.
Yeah. Another double-edged sword in the matchup for Greninja is that jump height, right? Like, it can be really good as a combo extender, but sometimes it's hard to catch somebody in that middle, like, short hop height, you know what I mean? Obviously, out of shield becomes difficult as well, but...
Love that forward air from IceKnight, kind of expecting some sort of gimmicky get-up option with that bomb sitting right there and just punish that get-up attack with his own.
You know, I've noticed as well, just like, obviously, we were talking about Greninja not having the best out of shield game. IceKnight just does not shield. He elects to go for movement a lot instead.
Yeah.
Just 'cause-
Greninja's out of shield.
yeah, Greninja's out of shield is so bad. It's just like, what if I just never shielded? What if I just used my extremely fast ground movement and just like abuse my jump height and to bob and weave around your projectiles rather than shielding them and just dealing with all those shield mix-ups that Isohel has and Link has in general? Wow, we're able to...
Absolutely
low
paying
profile?
dividends
No, it
right
starts
now.
in the, you know, like, it's just a sword spinning around.
Yeah.
So it started in the
Forward air?
front.
Yeah.
Nice.
IceKnight with a forward air of his own this time. Closing out that game. Win with game 5, just like in pools.
It's crazy because we're potentially about to see IceKnight be out at like 9th, right? Which is
Yeah.
to and I'm gonna say this lovingly, a vote-in.
To the vote.
To the vote-in.
voted.
That's true.
He's the only one left, in my knowledge, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We did just see on the other stream, Abizura is out at 9th.
Yeah,
to
Cypher beat out A.
Cypher, who
Yeah.
Cypher beating a,
is
3-1
in top 8 himself. So
if I saw the score correctly.
Cypher's had some real heartbreak game 5ers that I'm happy to see that he got a dub there.
Yeah, I mean, after the Raven King, the crazy comeback, I mean, that was like his bracket demon for a while too. Like, I don't think he's ever beaten Raven King. Go game 5 with him, like Cypher's playing hot.
Yes, absolutely.
both these guys on the screen are also playing hot right now. We're in yet another game 5 scenario here in the final bracket, and we're making our way back to small battlefield, somewhere that we've seen a lot of success for Isohel as the set's gone on. And just, again, tricking that stage down where those projectiles are going to be a lot more impactful.
I'm liking Isohel's use of Nair as well. Wow, just parry back and forth. But Isohel's use of Nair is really good. He's not throwing it out all the time, but when he does, it's like the opportune moment. It's either going to hit or it's super safe, you know? It's like
Except
contest
those
anti
tech-based
air.
situations on the ground.
That was so
Oh.
smart, and Greninja didn't work. Realistically, he just wasn't in the right spot.
Yeah, he was not. He was just beyond the platform.
But I'm
yeah.
all okay. That was a fantastic substitute. But I'm here for the propaganda.
But also, you shouldn't have to work that hard since you're here.
I love those wave
should have
bounce
to,
double
what,
side
aim?
Bs.
It's like a needle. I mean, he's a ninja. That's the point. Okay, you know what? I can't argue with that.
You shouldn't have to do trigonometry to land an up smash.
Yeah. I think you should.
Nah, see, the substitute's so tricky when you know it. Like, the projectile's going to hit it. You have to be ready to just shield, like, any time that you have a projectile out and you see substitute.
And you have to hold that too because it's like invincible to start up, like every counter.
Yeah.
So you can't just like grab him right at the start or something.
Right.
It's like, you can't just hold that.
And Link doesn't have anything out of shield to actually punish Greninja doing down substitute.
Yeah.
Trying to snag
And
the alley-oop again right there.
And now Isohel's on the ropes here, down, been lapped already on this second stock. And this is, whenever IceKnight's had these big leads, he has held on to them and not let go
Yeah.
throughout this set.
And it's so
Something
easy
he's
for
so
such a
good
quick
at.
character to to run away, dodging everything. Nice tech.
You don't have to interact with the slower projectiles with Link when you have a very healthy lead now with 2 stocks.
That pressure.
I like the throwing the bomb up as well.
Oh yeah.
Off stage, throwing it up. Just, take it out of play for a few seconds, not deal with the mix-ups, and Are we gonna see a side B?
Big punish here. Has his jump.
Nice back air.
Early.
Yeah,
Oh
I knew we were gonna see a side B.
Yeah.
Yo, nice back air.
Why?
Dude.
He didn't even land it.
We were in the clear for so long, and it wasn't even nice.
That might have been the worst back air I've ever heard called a
Actually,
nice
you know what?
back
Actually,
air.
terrible
That's
back
why
air.
I said it.
And that one gets 2 check marks on the tally.
Oh God.
Off stage once more. Can he make it back? Air dodge the platform. Very nice.
Well, he's still living and learning, so
He is living, but can he learn?
I think he is learning.
All right. He shielded that one, but yeah, he just go up. Like,
Can't
what?
punish up either.
Ooh,
I'm the Sonic guy here, and
Not
I
a
wasn't
3-stock.
even able to acknowledge that.
not a 3-stock.
I've been thinking
Come
about
on,
it the whole
ISO.
set, sure, but I didn't say it.
Yeah,
down
okay,
tilt,
there it
up
is. Down
smash.
tilt into the up smash.
3-stock to take game 5.
Dude, I gotta redo my drawing again, man.